Too little, too late, Starfield. It seems Bethesda recently posted in the Starfield subreddit talking about its plans for 2024 with what fixes and updates they plan on adding content based on player feedback. They said they're hard at work on many of the new features you asked for, from city maps to mod support to all new ways of traveling. Stay tuned. These will be rolling out with a regular cadence of fixes and updates we expect to have roughly every 6 weeks. If something can be done in a smaller hotfix in between, like the asteroid, and we feel it's safe, we'll get one of those out as well. Safe is the key here. We do take a lot of time to even test the smallest change in a game this large and dynamic. Well, here's the thing, Bethesda. This is essentially putting a band-aid on a leaking dam. This game is still going to be boring even if you added a map and a vehicle for faster travel. You're just going to be traveling from one boring location to the next at an even faster pace.
And she's here.
And Todd Howard recently said in September that the studio even considered ground vehicles before, but ultimately decided against it. Once you do vehicles, it does change the gameplay. Once you land in your ship, you're on foot. It lets us really, for the players, make it an experience where we know how fast they're seeing things. So what changed? Oh, was it every single player of your game complaining about it? Did no playtesters give this same feedback? And I can't believe a map for cities is something that actually had to be added post-launch to a game in development for like 8 years. This is just a response to not being nominated for Game of the Year, and all the naysayers who called this game out for what it is, the most boring game you've ever released. So boring, in fact, even modders are already stepping away from the game, with the recent big one being the creators of the Skyrim Together mod, which essentially adds multiplayer to Skyrim. They even called the game trash and said it was boring and bland. I mean, if even your die-hard, hardcore modders are abandoning your game, there really is no hope left. And what's impossible to address are the constant loading screens, which is you will never be able to fix and are ingrained in this game's DNA. I think it's just high time you admit you messed up and made a game no one but you wanted to make, and triple down on making Elder Scrolls 6 a game actually worth buying and playing. I mean, at this point, I just feel like a broken record. I feel like I've been taking crazy pills.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
And like I'm one of the only people that has this opinion. I just really have to stop talking about this game at this point. It's just driving me nuts.
It's driving me nuts.